I'll share my screen. Okay, let me know. Can you see it?
Yep.
All right, Julie, all you.
All right. Hey, you guys. Welcome on. Happy Sunday night. We're going to try to go through things decently fast because I know it's a school night and we still have our normal team call tomorrow, but we kind of wanted to do like a Sunday special 24-hour Emerald blast to get you guys to Emerald ASAP because it is the first step to growing your business, and we're going to kind of go over how to do it, why it's so important, and then like what action steps you need to take to get there. Emerald really is a decision. Like it's something that you can do overnight. And again, you're going to hear from some of the leaders on our team today, specifically Sierra, who like she literally decided I'm going to be an Emerald coach, and she went Emerald like I forget how fast, super fast. So wanted to give you guys wisdom on how to do that. So that's kind of what we're going to dive into tonight and hear from quite a few of us, kind of tips and tricks how we did it and how you can do it as well.
Cool. All right, I'm going to jump in. Kind of piggybacking what Julie just said, I was on a call just like this when I joined, and Julie was like, it's not hard. You guys can do it in 24 hours. And I did it before I went to sleep that night. So for me, I use my family and my boyfriend, so you don't have to think that it's like these scary people that you don't know. Just think through it. But so what is Emerald? Like, I don't know if everyone here knows what Emerald is or you're brand new, so we're going to walk through it. But I put up here at the top how you can go and see your graphical genealogy. And so essentially that you go to the coach office, monitor my business, and then graphical genealogy. And you can see what your downline looks like, and if you have coaches underneath you or if you don't. So what I will say is it's just you plus 2. That's it. It is not hard. It is just you and 2 people. And this is a graph, obviously. You'll have a coach on your left leg and a coach on your right leg. And everyone has to be active with 50 PV. And I know this is probably like the most boring part of this whole call, so just bear through the logistics and the names. But PV is your personal volume. So it's your sales and your customers' sales and purchases on a 5-week rolling basis. So basically you need to be active and 2 coaches need to be active. So in your graphical genealogy, you'll be able to put preferred placement. And you'll want to make sure that yours is set so one goes on the left and one goes on the right. Just be cautious of that, or you might be in a situation where like you accidentally sign up 2 coaches on your left leg. And it's personally sponsored coaches. So I know when I was starting, my coach above me might place coaches under me. But those are not, they help you in like team volume, but they're not your personally sponsored coaches. So these are 2 girls that you have helped, or other people will talk about like who else it could be. But that is the basis of an Emerald. It's just you and 2 people, and everyone's active. That's it. It's simple. So why? I don't know, Julie, who is chatting about why?
Me. So going Emerald definitely is such a cool moment in your business because, one, you get shouted out from the rooftops that you're an Emerald coach, and we're all posting about it on our social media, and so your followers are actually building that trust with you. So whenever they see you going Emerald, when they see you that you hit Diamond, that means that they're going to be able to trust you even more. They don't know what Emerald is. They don't know what Diamond is. They don't know if Emerald means you're making, $3,000 a month. They have no clue. So Emerald, to your followers and your family and your social media influences, they are so excited too, because that means that whatever you're talking about basically means that they can trust you even more. So you're going to be celebrated, and whenever you get celebrated and recognized, you truly feel that confidence boost. I actually looked at my post whenever Julie shouted me out. Callie and I actually went Emerald on the same week, and I had the weirdest picture, probably my first post, but I felt like I was on top of the world. And, it's just so cool that whenever your followers see that, they know that you are really trying to build a business with this. And so that's the first step, is having your confidence grow. And the second thing is that you are building your team. And like in the chat, everyone was saying they signed up their hubby, they signed up their friend. You guys, you don't have to be a business builder. You don't have to sign up a business builder to be Emerald. I think that if you have that mindset, you're setting yourself up for a really long process in this business, because going to our next point, you're missing out on what is called a team cycle bonus. So basically, like Lakin was saying, on your left and your right leg, you're going to have volume from people's purchases, from challenge packs, from all of these different things. And whenever you're an Emerald coach, basically, whenever your legs go through this cycling process, basically they're subtracting a certain amount on each side, you get $14. That's literally 14 free dollars every time your left and your right leg subtract a certain amount. That's $14 in your bank account. So whenever you go Emerald, that's there for you. So why not sign up your hubby? Why not sign up that first girl that's like gung-ho about the challenge pack? It's so, so great. So whenever you start rank advancing, you're going to be getting higher cycle bonuses. So once you hit diamond, which diamond honestly is just hitting Emerald 3-4 times and then having two emeralds on each side. So basically, this call is for anyone who wants to go Emerald for the first time, and anyone who is really wanting to hit that next rank in their business. You're going to hit Emerald over and over and over again. We are literally all, Julie is still, I am still, Sierra is still hitting Emerald over and over again. So once you hit Emerald the first time, you're just going to keep on doing it over and over. The next biggest and coolest thing is that you get free customers. You guys, you'll see, once you are an Emerald coach, you'll see random people that you don't even know in your customer orders that you are getting commission off of. And you can reach out to them, and sometimes whenever I reach out to those people, they respond back to me. Some of them don't, but those are the people that didn't know a coach, that just signed up. And so you are getting their commissions by being an Emerald coach. So this quote is really great because it just says, it starts with finding the direction you want to go in and figuring out how to build the habits that will get you there. So going Emerald is the direction to building more trustworthy, confidence in your followers and in your business, growing your team, being able to cycle and get that extra cash in your bank account. Who doesn't want a free extra $14? That's a t-shirt. That's a date night to the movies. I mean, think about it. You guys are so capable of hitting Emerald.
Okay, so some action steps here. How do I go Emerald? You need to be an active coach, as Lakin said. So how do you go active? You need to have at least 50 PV, and that's buying or selling. So you can either sell a container of Recover, or you can buy a container of Recover. I will say a little disclaimer here. It's much easier in your business, especially if you want to be building this business. You want to go Emerald, you want to hit Success Club. First of all, you should be drinking Shakeology, because it's really hard to sell something that you're not being a product of yourself. So be a product of the product, get yourself on Shakeology, have that on Home Direct every month, and you will be able to hit Success Club as well. So that is honestly the easiest way. And another thing is that if you are if you sell a product, there's always a chance that somebody can return it at any time and you wouldn't know about that. So it's definitely more of a safe bet to make sure that you have purchased something and that is the way that you're being active. However, you can also sell something for 50 PV and go active. Shakeology is 90 PV, Recover is 52. So if you're on either of those, you're always active. And then Beach Bars, if you get the 2-pack, that is also, and you have to make sure, I believe that that's on Home Direct. And then also, once you're active and you figured out that you're active, you need to sign up an active coach on each of your legs, one on your left leg and one on your right leg. And you need to make sure that they're active. I remember when I first went Emerald, or I thought I went Emerald, I had my hubby on one leg and another coach on my other leg. And I thought I was going to go Emerald that week. And then I remember Julie texted me and said, once this girl goes active, then you'll be Emerald. And so I didn't realize there was that step to it at the time. And so you need to make sure that you are all active, as we've already said multiple times. So you're active, whoever's on your left leg is active, and whoever is on your right leg is active. And you can do that above. And there's also lots of graphics floating around Beatnik. If you want like Energize, and Energize is, I think, like 38 PV or something like that. So you'll have to buy something else with it. And there's different graphics of like how you can pair. So Energize and Beach Bars is great. Sometimes to keep my hubby's account active, I'll do Energize and the sample packets of Energize, and that equals, I think, 52 PV. So there's lots of ways, and there's so many resources on figuring it out. And you can also go onto BB Links, and it'll tell you how much PV is on everything. So commit to your business, you guys. Specifically how you spend the next hour. This is why we like to do these special calls, because they get everyone amped up and everyone is excited and they're like, yeah, I'm going to go Emerald. So if you just say, yes, I'm going to go Emerald, and then you go to sleep tonight and you don't spend any time after this call doing action steps, you probably aren't going to be as eager to do them tomorrow or the next day. So make sure you use the hype from this call, the excitement from this call, and get off and start inviting, start planning, figure out who you're going to ask to join you, and just ask them, you know? And so it is up to you to go Emerald. You can all do it. And yeah, that's how you go Emerald.
Okay. I'm Sierra, and we're talking about who do I sign up as a coach? And we've all kind of touched on this already. First off, if you are married, you need to sign up your spouse, like no questions asked. So April, I'm coming up on my 2-year anniversary. And when I first signed up as a coach, I don't even remember if Julie said anything about Emerald, but I was going through trainings, and the trainings were talking about Emerald. And I'm like, I have to go Emerald. I don't know how to do that, but I have to somehow convince my husband to invest a little bit more money so that I can make him a coach. And it didn't make sense in my mind, and it didn't make sense in his mind, but I knew how to do it. And so I basically, I kind of want to like just look at this quote on the side first really quick, because it says, start before you are ready. Don't prepare, just begin. And so, like I said, I was just going through training calls. I had maybe sold a challenge pack or 2 at that point, but within a week and a half, I learned what Emerald was, and I decided I need to freaking get my butt to Emerald. So even though I didn't have the confidence to professionally explain in these awesome business terms to my husband and my mom as to why they needed to sign up, I just decided to sit down and have that awkward conversation. Like, you feel uneducated because you don't know everything at the time. And it took a while for me to try to explain things clearly to Devin. But it basically just kind of, Devin's my husband, it basically just came down to, I need you to trust me. This is a business expense. It's a business investment. It's going to pay off down the road. I need you to trust me. I need you to allow me to sign you up as a coach. And so I wasn't ready. I wasn't confident, but I knew I needed to do it. So spouse, if you are married, and if you are not married, look at your family members. Do you have sisters? Do you have brothers? Do you have aunts and uncles? Do you have cousins? Your parents, someone who is willing to invest in you and support your business and help you get your feet on the ground in this business. So hardworking friends who are go-getters. At this point, I had not yet started a challenge group yet. I was still just like recruiting challengers and inviting challengers like crazy. And so once I had that conversation with Dev, my husband, I went to my mom. I'm like, my parents are financially sound. My parents like to be healthy. I'm going to go ask my mom if she would like to commit to 2 to 3 months worth of Shakeology, of trying Shakeology, basically sharing that between her and my dad. Like, can you please commit to trying at least 3 bags of Shakeology so that I can get my feet on the ground with this business? But I know that the sooner I can go Emerald, the better it's going to be for my business. So can you help support me in that? And my mom was like, yes, I would love to support you in that. And so I straight up asked her for, her email, and I asked her for her social security number, and I literally signed up for her because I just did it for her. I didn't want her to have to figure out how to go through the website link and what to click and all these things. I just asked her for all her information that I needed. I said, what flavor do you want of Shakeology? And I signed up for her. And we got it done. So I did my husband and my mom, and my mom committed to it for way more than 3 months because she's a rock star. But at least go to somebody, if it's a family member, especially if it's like your parent, and just ask them, hey, I'm starting out on this new venture. Can you help support me in this way for 2 to 3 months just till I get my feet on the ground? Tell them a little bit about Shakeology. Tell them about BOD, basically just invite them like you would a challenger. But that's basically how I went about doing it. So if you have been a coach for a while and you are running challenge groups, you can have probably noticed a couple of go-getters, challengers that are already in your group and have possibly already tried Shakeology. And you can reach out to them and ask them if they're interested in saving money on their next purchases of Shakeology, or, are interested in the discount of getting 25% off their future supplements. So, and then the last point that you could think about is if there are any military wives or military people in your challenge groups, you need to reach out to them because there is literally zero catch there is for them to sign up as a discount coach. Most people hesitate about being a discount coach because of that $15 monthly or $16 monthly coaching fee. But if they are in the military, that gets waived, and there is there's literally no reason why they shouldn't be a discount coach because they're only benefiting from the discount, and that's it. So definitely reach out to those people. And we were just chatting earlier with a couple of our other coaches. Rachel Jensen was mentioning how and I think Lakin does this too, whenever you're signing up a challenger for the first time, to offer them that discount or offer them being part of the loyalty program as a discount member. And so if you guys, Lakin or anyone who does that, if you have a script that you could copy and paste in the chat box, people should take that script that you usually say as you're inviting challengers to your challenge group. Once they're ready to commit to a challenge pack, then you offer that discount membership as a discount member. If you have a script, if you could just copy and paste that in the chat box, that way people could potentially use that tonight and tomorrow morning. I think that would be really helpful because I know a lot of people have been really successful with that, which would just get you to emerald and diamond faster. So those are your people. Reach out to your spouses, your family members, hardworking friends, awesome challengers, or new challengers who are about to sign up with a challenge pack. Go get them.
Okay. I'm Rachel, and before anyone thinks they can't do this, every single one of you guys who are in this group right now can hit Emerald in 24 hours. I just did it yesterday or today or whatever you want to say in 24 hours. And like Sierra said, there's like a script that I actually got from Lakin, so I don't know who Lakin got it from, but I'll make sure someone posts that in there because you definitely should be presenting that to new challengers. So this is the last slide of the call, and it is so important to take action tonight. Don't wait till tomorrow or tomorrow night or Wednesday, or I'll have more time on Friday because it's the weekend again. Like, no, take action tonight. Get out your pen and paper, figure out who are going to be your two people. Like we talked about, sign up like your spouse if you can, and whoever else. And I'm sorry, I just got distracted by Julie's message. Anyways, and so right when we get off this call, everyone, I'm challenging everybody, we're all challenging each other to take action. So reach out to all those people like Sierra talked about that you could potentially be talking to, even your own people that are in your challenge group who you are continuing to buy things and you're trying to, present that discount opportunity for them, and people who like, either way, if it's a new person you're reaching out to who's not in your group at all, or if it's your people who are in your challenge group already, or a family member or whatever, you can't just assume that people are going to say no. Because, yeah, what's the worst thing they can say? No. Is it really that bad? No. You just move on from that. Like, we all get no's all the time. So you can't just assume someone's going to say no, and because if you don't ask them, then you never know that they could say yes. And really our goal, like this is to serve other people. I guarantee you everybody in this group right now, like try to think where your life would be if you weren't coaching. I can't. I would be a hot mess. I just know it. So I'm just saying, like, I mean, I'm so thankful Julie just took the time to ask me if I wanted to do this. I'm sure if you guys, whoever invited you to the coaching opportunity, like you have got, like, I'm sure you're so thankful for that. So really think about like, how like you want to like how it's changing your life, what it could do for someone else's life, no matter what situation they're in. This isn't like this opportunity, like when it says dreams are free but the journey isn't, you guys, we have to put in the work. We can't just assume that people are going to come up to us, just like we're not going to assume that challengers are going to come up to us all the time and be like, can I be in your group? Like, we have to go out and invite people. We can't just assume people are going to come up to us and be like, hey, I want to coach with you. Yeah, that sometimes happens, but that's not the majority of it. You have to go out and put in the work to see all of this multiply. I mean, look at the people who are like leaders in this group, like Julie, how many coaches she has under her. Like, I guarantee you most of them are people that she's reached out to and talked to. They didn't just always come to her. So you can't just sit back and think, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait for one more to sign up with me. Maybe they'll sign up, but, maybe I'll ask. Like, don't stop with the maybes. Take the action tonight. Initiate it. Initiate a conversation about it. Invite them. If they say no, that's okay. Move on to the next person. So, yeah, that's all I got for that. Does anyone else have anything? Or I don't know who's closing.
We have one more slide on there, Lakin.
There we go.
Okay, I love this quote from Rachel Hollis, and I use it all the time. Never break a promise to yourself. So if you are telling yourself right now, you're like, yes, I want to do this business. Yes, I want to go emerald. Then like make that decision to be emerald and go do it. The thing that makes me so sad is when people come on these calls, we talk about all these things, and then it's like, yeah, I want to do that. And then you don't change anything. You don't go do anything differently. You cannot get to emerald if you don't go ask people. That's got to be something that's happening. And I promise you're going to be so glad you did. It's scary. I know. I still feel weird when I ask people to coach, but I just can't, like Rachel said, like I cannot imagine where my life would be if my coach hadn't asked me to coach. And she had to ask me like 4 months in a row before I finally said yes. So plant the seed, go get those people to sign up with you. And if it's happening tonight, get your husband, get your sister, who's going to help back you, and just tell them, I need you to support me in this. I'm excited about it. I need to take my first couple steps. So in the chat box right now, we've put 2 scripts. Abby put one, and then I put Lakin's script in there. So if you guys want to copy paste those real quick, again, I would probably tweak them to make them sound more like yourself, because some of those might not sound like the way that you text and talk. But that chat's obviously going to disappear when this call is over. So if you need to copy paste those onto your desktop real quick, do that and then edit them. But that's kind of the gist of what we have. We do have like 10 minutes left if you guys have questions or anything like that. So I'll give us a little bit for that here for peeps. Thoughts, questions, things that helped you go Emerald for those of you who are Emerald. Oh, Lexi, I like that you made that your home screen. What about those who say they don't like the idea of selling stuff, having to stalk people to sign up? Yeah, they can just literally be a discount coach who wants cheaper product. But man, when people tell me I don't want to sell stuff, I'm like, girl, me either. If I had to be a salesperson in this business, I would stink at it. I just tell them, like, I'm just sharing my journey and building relationships with people. And that's where the majority of my signups come from, is from people who I'm like, hey, we should be best friends and we should do this journey together. What else? Are your guys' wheels turning about who you're going to get signed up? I know when I first signed up as a coach, I got this like sheet. I think it's in the file section of our team page. It was like my dream team, and it is like your dream team to diamond. And I filled in all the circles of like, who would I want to do this business with? And it just kind of got my mind turning of like, okay, who could I be asking to coach? So if you've never done that exercise of who do I want to be my dream team? Who do I want to be the people that I'm running with that are going to get me to diamond? Just do that exercise to kind of get your mind thinking in that direction, get you visualizing, get you thinking about, okay, what would it look like to be diamond? What would it look like to be emerald? How would I feel? Those kind of things are super helpful for helping you get there. Any other questions, y'all?
Show of hands, who's gonna take action when they get off? This me? Yay! We gotta do it. That was our promise. We all just promised to ourselves. Now we have to follow it through.
Yeah, and if you guys are really nervous about talking to girls about the discount or whatever it is, I really have this perspective of, the Holy Spirit leading me to talk to girls. If there's someone in your mind that you're scrolling on Instagram and you just really just have an urge to talk to a girl, maybe you've talked to her about being in your groups, or maybe you haven't even, maybe she isn't in your boot camp and you just talk to her about coaching. If you're a believer, if you, believe in that type of aspect of your life, then that kind of gives you some comfort too, that, maybe this isn't about us. This is about us humbling ourselves and reaching out to other women that may or may not need it, but we just have to submit to that calling and reach out to those girls, because you literally never know. Like, they could say no to your boot camp 10 times, but then say yes to coaching. Like, you never know.
Yes, I was going to say that actually. If somebody has said no to you for challenge groups, I recommend literally following up with anybody who's ever said no to you and asking them to coaching, because a lot of times people are like, oh yeah, I'm so interested in that. And so you never know where someone's head's at and if they're not going to ask you to do it themselves. So go back through all your lists that you've been tracking of people who said no and be like, hey, I know you said you're not interested in the accountability group, but have you ever considered doing what I do as a coach, and see what they say?
Yeah, y'all, worst thing someone can say to you is no. Like, and then it's no big deal. Like, not a big deal at all. On to the next one. It's okay. But what if what you have to offer them is exactly what they need and a huge blessing in their life? So let's go take action. Think of your dream team, write it out, and send those invites tonight before you go to bed. Think of how many you want to send and get them sent out. It doesn't have to be something super eloquent, y'all. Just put yourself out there. I promise you it is worth it and it pays off. If you haven't seen what people were saying in the chat box of who their first 2 coaches were, pretty much everybody, it was just 2 people that we already knew. Not necessarily like rock star business building coaches, and that is okay. Get yourself to Emerald, build your confidence. You'll be so glad you did. Triple dog dare you. Yes. All right, y'all, if there's no other questions, I hope you guys have a great Sunday night. We do have normal team call tomorrow. We're going to have a girl from another team on sharing her story about how she got started and found success with coaching. So excited for that. But other than that, happy Sunday. I hope you guys have a great week. And, I know what I was going to say. I know for my personal coaches, I'm pretty sure for everybody else who has coaches on this call, if you hit Emerald, for mine, I'm doing by Thursday. So talk to your coach if they're doing legit the next 24 hours. I'm doing prizes for all of my coaches, and I always do Lulu. So that's my prize for my coaches who are going Emerald by Thursday. So your coach is probably doing prizes as well. They might be something different, whatever they like to give away. Incentives are fun, okay? All right, get after it, you guys. Hope you have a great week.